Welcome back there, my fuckers. Booze, Broads, and Heroclix is back today bringing you a 300-point game between the Marauders and X-Men. X-Men quickly becoming one of the more frequently used teams, and that's because there are a shit ton of X-Men in the modern game today. Both of these teams here are going to be taken from an earlier X-Men set, Dark Phoenix Saga. They're all pretty simple. Nothing too crazy or fancy. And we'll just see what happens. Like I said, today is 300 points. The X-Men did win initiative. We're playing on the New York Harbor map. I believe it's from Earth X, if I'm not mistaken. Although I could totally be wrong. Both of these teams are coming in at 300 points on the nose. No equipment, resources, ID cards, shenanigans, any of that bullshit. Just figures and some fucking dice. Rare quiet day over here. I can actually film something. But other than that, everything is pretty straightforward. So, we're just gonna get started and get some fucking clicks in. Well, we will in a second as soon as I find my timer, which I have right here. It's going to be 50 minutes on the clock as always, and let us begin. First things first, Storm is going to pick up Beast. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can go up to here. And a carry sidestep. Cable, I believe, has sidestep as well. Yes, he does. And Professor X, what does he have? Fucking nothing. Alright, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Moving Professor X's entire speed value. Cable is going to TK himself for free. Right to here. Storm is going to pick up Beast. Drop him in the middle right here. End up right next to him. And Beast is going to perplex up everybody's defense that he can see by +2. And after all that's said and done, that is the game. I'm going to start right now. Mr. Sinister Rogue Geneticist does not start with plot points. He gains them eventually. Alright. Exodus, for the sake of his trait, is going to choose number 4. At the beginning of the game, choose 2, 4, 6, or 8 to be X. When a character more than X squares away would move within X squares of Exodus and wasn't given a move action, that character stops moving. When a character more than X squares away attacks one or more characters within X squares of Exodus, modify their attack -1. That's confusing. Not really. Alright, so Exodus is going to pick up Mr. Sinister. Does he fly? Of course he flies. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're just going to simply move right here, dropping Mr. Sinister in that square of hindering terrain, giving him stealth. And this piece of shit bag, fucking useless ass Morph, will sidestep. And that's pretty much the end of the turn. That's all they're going to do right there. Nothing too crazy. No reason to really fucking force the subject. Let's just get in there and see what we can do. Alright, so apparently these white squares don't mean shit anymore from what I heard. I could be wrong, but I remember before I was under the impression that you can only attack up close in these things, but I don't fucking know. Alright, so Storm is going to pick up Beast and sidestep. Cable is going to sidestep. Professor X. Actually, I'm not going to do any of that. Because I almost forgot. Leadership. Professor X. Fails. Okay. Do I have any more leaderships? No, I do not. Alright, so now we will sidestep and carry sidestep. Should have rolled for willpower Professor X, but I didn't. I'm gonna move Professor X right to here. Beast is going to perplex up everyone's defense that he can see by +2. And we're just gonna clear. Gonna make me come to me. Alright. So, leadership. Does Mr. Sinister have leadership? I would imagine he does. But not traded because this particular Mr. Sinister does not have leadership. Okay. Alright, Exodus is going to pick up Mr. Sinister. Dropping Mr. Sinister right here. Sidestep Morph. Give him an action token to place him in that square right there. And that's going to be the end of it. Alright, so Morph is all stealthy. Mr. Sinister is stealthy. And Exodus is just Exodus. And remember, if I move, I can't get within 4 squares, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be as far as I can get with Exodus without having to stop. Which kind of sucks, because alright, so let's figure this out. We're going to roll for willpower with Professor X. Succeeds. Alright. Beast is going to perplex up his own or everyone's defense by 2. Alright. Professor X is going to move. Right to here. Cable is going to TK himself for free. Right to here. Sidestep, carry right to here. Cable will sidestep. Of course, he has to stop because he wasn't within 4, but that's where he's at anyway. So I'm okay with that. Storm is going to pick up Beast and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 squares right to here. Beast will once again perplex up everyone's defense that he can see by +2. And that'll be the end of the turn. Alright, so no leadership, nothing like that. I'm going to sidestep Morph. 1 and 2. Mr. Sinister is going to use Outwit to outwit Cable's defense. Alright, so no more invulnerability for Cable. It's not on a stop click, so nothing doing right there. Mr. Sinister, Rogue Geneticist, is going to get a +1. Okay, for his plot points. So now he has 1 plot point. What happens with that? This turn, when Mr. Sinister, Rogue Geneticist, or a Nasty Boy hits, give a hit character a DNA sample token. If that character already has a DNA sample token, gain 1 additional plot point. Alright, so Exodus is not going to do much of anything, but that's okay. It's going to be an 11 on a 19, so we need an 8 or better to hit Cable. And that will hit. We'll use a theme prod from Cable. That'll be 2 remaining. So 8 or better. And that is a critical hit. So that's going to be for 4 damage. Because Professor X won't be able to see Mr. Sinister because Cable's standing in the way. I was on the wrong dial. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So that'll be an action token for Mr. Sinister. And Cable is going to get one of those little DNA sample token thingies, which we will represent with this nickel that I just pulled out of my pocket. So nice and fucking simple. Okay. And now Morph. We'll try to actually do something. It's going to be a 10 on a 6 or a 10 on an 18, 8 or better for straight damage with exploit weakness, and that is an 8. Beast actually, I already used prob this turn. Fuck. Beast will use a theme prob then. 8 or better. Another hit, rolling hot right now. So Cable will take 2 straight. 1 KOs on 1. Alright. So Morph will get a KO. And he has a trait, we thought you were dead. Whenever a character is KO'd after resolutions, you may place Morph in a square that character occupied. So we're going to place him right here. Actually, no, we'll leave him right where he's at. There's no reason to move him. We'll clear Exodus. And that'll be the turn. Alright, so that was a pretty solid turn out of the Brotherhood. We're going to go leadership with Professor X. Fails. And now willpower. Fails. Okay, so Beast has sidestep. So he's going to use that now. 1, picking up the object. And 2, Professor X is going to outwit combat reflexes on Morph. Okay. Alright, so Beast is going to attack Morph. Morph will use Shape Change. Fails. It's going to be a 10 out of 17. And that will hit. So Morph is going to be dealt Beast's printed damage plus the object. So that'll be 3 total. 1, 2, and 3. Object disappears. Beast is going to get the action token. And that'll be the end of the turn. Well, not the end of the turn, but... Alright, so we're going to sidestep Storm 1 and 2. Storm is going to target Morph. Alright, which is the ranged attack. Morph has shape change that succeeds on a 4 through 6 with other shenanigans if it does succeed. And it does succeed, so Morph gets to choose the target of the attack, friendly or otherwise, to the person, and we're going to choose Beast. So it's going to be a 10 on Beast's 17. 7 or better. And there goes a goddamn fucking die. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. 7 or better. And that will hit. Fuck. Beast is going to use a theme prob on Storm. Because I don't have a choice. So 7 or better. And that will miss. Okay, it sucks that I had to use a theme prop in that way to stop my own teammate from attacking me, but that is what I guess Morph does. We'll clear Professor X. We're going to outwit regeneration on Morph. Because why not? Actually, no, I already outwitted combat reflexes, so can't outwit anything. What I can do is use Beast Perplex to perplex up all friendlies' defense by +2. And that's the end of the turn. That's all we got. Alright. So, no leadership or anything like that that's necessary to use, but what we can do right now is outwit with Mr. Sinister, Professor X's shape change. So no shape change for Professor X. None of that shenanigans. Or actually out with that whole damage power, I should say, with Professor X. And we're going to running shot with Exodus. 1 and 2 squares right to here. It's going to be an 11 on Professor X's 19. So it's going to be an 8 or better to hit him, but we'll see what happens. And that is an 8 or better. They have no more theme probs or anything like that, so Professor X is going to take 4 straight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright. So, we're going to give Mr. Sinister a plot point. So he'll have 2 plot points to target Professor X. It's going to be an 11 on a 20 this time, because he got an 18 defense plus 2 perplex from Beast. So we're going to need a 9 or better to hit him. And he got precision strike, so he only gets super senses on a 6. 9 or better. That's a cocked die. 9 or better. And that is a fucking hit. Wow. The dice are ridiculously hot. So Professor X gets super senses on a 6 and a 6 alone. And it is a 6. So Professor X is going to stay in this. Alright. What we're going to do right now is remove a plot point to generate a nasty boy. Alright, which one do we want? We're going to generate Slab. Alright, Slab has 6 movement with sidestep, a 10 attack, impervious with a 17 defense, and close combat expert with 3 damage. He's going to be represented by this flash token because I don't have bystanders for these guys. We are going to sidestep 1 and 2. And we are going to punch Beast. It's going to be an 11 on a 19 because the perplex doesn't count for him. So 8 or better to deal 4 damage. Alright, that one was my own fault. I just kind of threw that like an asshole. That one was totally my fault. And I found it. 8 or better. Miss. Can't use a theme prob on it because he doesn't have keywords to actually use it, so that'll miss. And we're just gonna clear Beast or Morph. That'll be the end of the turn. Alright, so do we still have leadership or anything like that? Yes, we do. So we're gonna roll leadership with Professor X. Fails. Beast is going to punch Morph. Morph is going to roll shape change. Succeeds. Target's going to get redirected over to the nasty boy because I have to redirect it to someone. So it's going to be a 10 on a 17. 7 or better. Miss. Alright, Professor X is going to attempt to mind control the nasty boy. Well, not that it really matters because... Oh, it's already within 4 of him. Okay. So 12 on a 17. 5 or better. Will hit. Impervious. Says no. Should have outwitted the Impervious. Fuck. Oh well. And we'll clear Storm. Okay. Got Leadership Exodus. Fails. Oh yeah, obviously Beast is going to perplex up the defenses by +2 again. Alright, we're going to give Morph a power action to roll for regeneration. 5, so he'll get 3 clicks back. Puts him on top click. Okay. Alright, maybe I was a little too harsh on this Morph, actually. He's been a fucking MVP so far. Alright, breakaway sidestep Morph. Oh, wrong token. He gets one of those. Alright, actually, we'll put him here. That makes more sense because now Mr. Sinister can use Outwit. Actually, yeah, we're not going to Outwit Beast. Yeah, we'll Outwit him. Why not? Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we will. We're going to Outwit Beast. And nasty boy over here is going to make an attack. It's going to be an 11 on Beast 17. So 6 or better for Slab to deal Beast 4 damage. And that will hit. Alright. And he gets one of those tokens too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no. I had to use a +1 and I didn't. Oh well. Alright, we're going to running shot to here. Targeting Beast. It's going to be an 11 on a 16, so 5 or better. And we'll roll for super senses if he does hit. Misses. We'll use a theme prob. And that will hit. Beast has super senses, and it fails. So he's going to take 4 KOs on 1. Alright, and we will clear Mr. Sinister. And that'll be the end of the turn. Alright. Storm, well, do we have willpower anymore? Not super senses. Alright, Professor X is going to outwit invulnerability and attempt to mind control the nasty boy. It's going to be 12 on a 17, 5 or better. Hits. Going to turn around and punch Exodus, 11 on an 18 to deal 4. That will hit. We'll use a theme prob with Exodus. They have 1 remaining. So 8 or better, or you know what I need. Still hits. So Exodus will take 2. And control. Actually, Storm still goes. Alright. Storm is going to pick up Professor X and Running Shot. To here. Actually, no, I forgot. Storm doesn't have Running Shot. She has Sidestep and Stealth. Great. So Sidestep to here, carrying Professor X, and dropping him here. There's really no good way to do this right now, unfortunately. 10. On a 17, targeting Exodus. 7 or better. Miss. Alright, that's the end of the turn. Alright, so... Alright, Slab is going to sidestep because I can't use leadership or anything like that. I don't have it anymore, actually. So Slab will sidestep 1 and 2. Mr. Sinister is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Right to here. And he's going to remove a plot point. Okay. And drop Ruckus. We're going to use this orange token to represent Ruckus. We're going to drop him right here. He has 7 movement, Force Blast, 10 attack, Pulse Wave, 17 defense, 3 damage, 6 range. Like I said, Mr. Sinister is going to outwit ESD on Storm. Exodus is going to enhance Ruckus's damage to a 4. And Ruckus is going to attack. It's going to be a 10 on an 18. That's a miss. And we'll use the last theme prob. Why the hell not? Been rolling hot. Might be worth it. And it's still a miss. Oh well. Alright, so Ruckus will get the action token. And we're going to sidestep 1 and 2. Morph is going to try and punch Storm. 7 or better. Miss. Alright, so we're going to clear Slab. We're going to clear Exodus. And that's the turn. Okay. No leadership, no willpower, nothing like that. What we're gonna do is attempt to break away sidestep with Storm. Succeeds. Carry Professor X right to here. Professor X is going to outwit Mr. Sinister's defense. And Storm is going to just try to shoot him. 10 on an 18. We need an 8 or better. And that's a miss. We will clear Professor X. And that will be the end of the turn. Back over to the Marauders. We don't have leadership or anything like that anymore. Alright, so I'm just going to sidestep Morph 1 and 2. Mr. Sinister is going to outwit Professor X's defense, unless he's protected outwit. And he's not. So no super senses for Professor X. And let's see. We're going to we're going to sidestep. It's an 18, so yeah, we're going to need to sidestep. Ruckus. Our Slab is going to use Close Combat Expert on Professor X. We need a 7 or better. And that will hit. No super senses, which means Professor X is KO'd. No need to give him a DNA sample token. None of that, because he is KO'd. Alright. So it's going to be an 11 on a 20 to hit her. Fuck. Alright, I just want to see what Exodus is working with right now, power-wise. Okay. I would love to be able to TK, but I can't. We're going to move Mr. Sinister right to here. And we'll take a shot with Exodus. Why not? We're going to need a 9. And that's a miss. We will clear Ruckus. We will clear Morph. And that's the turn. We're just going to clear Storm. And do our worst, I guess. Alright. So, first things first, we are going to outwit Storm's ESD. Exodus. Actually, no, Exodus ain't going to do it yet. We're going to sidestep Ruckus, or Slab, I should say. He's going to use Close Combat Expert. We need a 7 or better. And that's a hit. Storm will take 4. Yeah. Alright. We're going to sidestep Morph. 1, 2. And Morph is going to punch. We need a 7 or better for pay dirt. Miss. You fucking useless piece of shit, Morph. Exodus is going to pick up Ruckus. Drops right here. Clear Mr. Sinister. And we'll end the turn. This sucks all types of dongs. Storm is just going to try to punch Ruckus. Because why not? 7 or better. Critical hit. Ruckus is KO'd. End the turn. Mr. Sinister is going to outwit ESD. And actually, we're not going to outwit ESD. Mr. Sinister is just going to punch Storm. And hits. And KOs. So that right there is about all. Your winners are the Marauders. Not really surprised because I wasn't really thinking one team was going to win over the other. But what I am pleasantly surprised with was fucking Morph. He actually did some shit. He wasn't a fucking complete waste of 25 points like I figured he would be. It definitely worked out this time. It's probably the only time I will ever in my life be able to get him to work. But I'll take it. Fucking one time out of probably the 4 or 5 times I have used him, you know? But yeah. All in all, it was a pretty good game. I mean, at the end of the day, this team, the Marauders team, which is Sinister and Exodus alone, was far superior to the X-Men team. Although that cable was pretty good, I might have stuck him out a little too far at the beginning, and that's kind of what fucked everything over, but oh well, it is what it is. Game over. Can't cry about spilt milk, you know? But that is going to be all for right now. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out my channel. If you aren't subscribed, why don't you hit the fucking subscribe button and subscribe for more awesome Heroclix videos like this. If you like the video, hit the like button as well. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm not holding the gun to your fucking head. I'm not fucking holding hostages or anything like that. If you like it, just fucking take a second and hit the goddamn like button. Or fucking don't. I really don't care either way. Any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, anything like that can be left at the comments section, or you can go to my Twitter page. It's Booze, Broads, and Heroclix at Booze, Broads, and 1, the number 1. You can hit me up there for updates and, I don't know, any type of shit, I guess. But other than that, it's been fun. It's always fun. Love you guys. Have a nice day. And Christmas ain't yet. I guess Happy Hanukkah if Hanukkah's still going on. To my Jewish brothers out there, L'chaim, whatever it is. Peace out. Really?